Alright, buckle up, because we're about to tear through the bullshit that's been spoon-fed to you, like it's gospel. We're going to look at the big picture and dig into the details, break it down, like we're shattering a cracked mirror, piece by piece, and putting it all together in a way that actually works for you. Forget the matrix and the smoke and mirrors. We're going to kick those illusions to the curb and install a whole new operating system in your brain. Your brain. It's like that old broken down car that you keep driving because you're too lazy to get a new one. It's familiar, it feels safe, but the car, it's holding you back. And guess what? You're stuck in it. Your brain's primal instinct is to keep you in that comfortable, familiar space. Because in caveman times, that's what kept you alive. The tribe, it was survival. Disagree with the tribe, you might get kicked out. And that was a death sentence. But here's the catch. We're not cavemen anymore. Rejection today isn't going to get you killed. It's just a bruise to your ego. That's it. You think someone's opinions of you is life-threatening. Wrong. Rejection doesn't send you into a death spiral. It just feels uncomfortable for a moment. And guess what? You can rewrite that discomfort. When you face rejection head on, your brain slowly starts realizing, wait a second, that wasn't so bad after all. And bam, it gets easier. It's like weightlifting for emotional muscles. Every time you get judged and keep going, you build strength, and eventually rejection doesn't even faze you. You laugh in the face of judgment. So how do you retrain your brain? Simple. Start small. Do the things you're scared of. Speak up, take risks, make mistakes. Every time you face that fear, you're training your brain to understand. Rejection ain't shit, and soon you'll have 0 fucks left to give. The truth is dangerous, because it exposes the illusion. Let's talk about the system, the government, the media, the pharmaceutical companies. They want you to stay in that cozy, comfortable box. They want you to think their version of reality is the only reality. And the thing is, it's a lie. But not just any lie. It's a mindfuck. They use the illusion of familiarity to keep you hooked, like a dog on a leash, circling back to the same comfort zone every damn day. Here's the rub. Independent thought. It's a threat to the system. Independent art. Independent comedy. They're like little pinpricks in the fabric of their carefully constructed illusion, revealing the holes in their bullshit. These things expose the lies. And when those lies get exposed, the whole system falls apart. But they're not stupid. They know this. So they throw labels at you. Conspiracy theorist, hate speech, politically incorrect. It's all a distraction, a deflection. They need you to shut up and stay in line. Because when the truth gets in, it can't be stopped. It starts spreading like wildfire. And the truth becomes self-manifesting, healing, and unstoppable. That's why they fear truth. And guess what? You hold that truth. You've the power to crack open their little box and to expose the entire narrative. But you have to be willing to stand up and say, I don't give a shit what you think. I'm going to speak my truth. Here's where things get real. You've been trained, conditioned, programmed to seek external validation like a dog waiting for a treat. You wait for someone else to tell you that you're good enough. That's where your happiness comes from, right? Wrong. That's shit. It's like building a house on sand. Your happiness is out of your control. And if you're relying on others to dictate it, here's the reality. You're the only one who gets to decide that you're good enough. And guess what? You already are. You're already perfect in your own way. But the system and other people, they want to convince you otherwise. So here's what happens. You stop seeking external validation. Instead, you start checking in with yourself. When you feel good, you just say, yeah, I'm fucking awesome, and move on with your life. When you feel shitty, you own it, acknowledge it, and then shift it. People will always judge you. And if you're scared of their judgment, that fear is just your brain doing its thing, trying to keep you safe in the comfort zone. But here's the kicker. Those opinions, they don't matter. Your happiness doesn't come from someone else's approval. It comes from within. When you stop relying on other people's opinions, you finally free yourself. And that freedom is the shit. It's the key to living a life where you're fully self-validated and at peace. Every time you catch yourself seeking validation, you stop and ask, is this really important? Or am I letting some random person's opinion decide my worth? The science behind this. Here's how it works. Your brain has neuroplasticity, meaning it can change, adapt, and rewire itself based on the experiences that you go through. So every time you face that discomfort, every time you feel that fear of rejection and push through it, your brain creates new pathways to make rejection easier to handle the next time. Think of it like changing a worn-out tyre. You've got to take off the old one and replace it with something stronger, and eventually that fear won't control you anymore. And the more you rewire your brain, the more you step into your power, the more you own your truth, your life, your choices, the more your body and mind will naturally align with that, and you'll feel unstoppable. Now, if you don't face the fear of rejection, if you keep chasing other people's approval, you're living a life where you're being controlled, and that's karma. You're letting someone else's opinions drive your actions. You're letting that external force dictate your life. And guess what? It doesn't just drain you, it suppresses you. Here's the truth. Every time you don't act because of fear, you're choosing stagnation. You're locking yourself in a cage. And the key to that cage, it's in your pocket, but you refuse to unlock it. So every time you let that fear dictate your choices, you're reinforcing the cage. And guess what happens? The cage gets stronger. And the more you avoid facing it, the harder it becomes to break out. But when you choose to face that fear, when you say, fuck this, I'm doing it anyway, you break free. That's when you unlock your true potential. Now let's get to the core of this. What are those patterns that are keeping you stuck? They're the ones that drain your energy, keep you small, and rob you of your life force. The fear of judgment, the reliance on others' validation, the need for approval. It's all part of the matrix that keeps you in check. Here's how you change it. Interrupt the pattern. The second you feel that familiar discomfort, when you're about to shrink back into your comfort zone, stop, challenge it. Do something different, break the pattern, speak up, take that leap. Say, I'm not doing that shit anymore. You've got to disrupt your own programming. The more you interrupt the pattern, the more it weakens. And when you disrupt enough patterns, you break free. You live on your terms, not anyone else's. When you understand all this, you can help others to break free too. How? Pacing and leading. You pace where they are, acknowledge their fears, their concerns, and then lead them to a new perspective. You show them it's possible to break free, just like you did. You've walked the path. Now you're showing them how. Use your experiences, your breakthroughs, your victories, as a way to inspire others to take action. When you've shown them the way, they follow, because they'll feel that energy, that power. And when they feel that change in themselves, they'll never go back. You're already free, if you let it. You can be free right now. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's validation. You need to stop seeking permission to live your life the way you want. So do it, be it, own it. The world will catch up, and trust me, if you can break free from the control, the validation seeking, the fear of judgment, you'll live a life of freedom, authenticity and power. And that It's how you start changing the world. Don't go. Live.